Hello, this is Victoria, Pendragon. This is my alternate reality, and apparently a little bit of yours as well. This is Bernard, who has decided to join us again. Last time I recorded, it was in the dead heat that just doesn't happen up here in the hills very much. And I was reminded by the approaching thunderstorm as I was speaking of this amazing thing that happened when I was on the beach. Let's see, I don't remember how long ago it was, quite some time. And it was on Gunnison Beach in Sandy Hook, which is a beach that is directly across from New York City. You can see the skyline of New York City, and one of the bridges, I guess it's the Verrazano Narrows maybe. I don't know the area very well except for the beach, which I know like the back of my hand. And it is it's a nude beach. It's divided. There's a tiny section where people wear beach attire, whatever they perceive that to be. And then there's a huge expanse that's nude sunbathing, where you can wear or not wear things as you like. And I was there with my husband, Dodd, at the time, and friends of ours from Virginia who had come up to visit us. We were living in New Jersey. It was one of those incredibly hot days. And, well, that feels good. And we had all, ouch, we had all been, Dot had been playing volleyball, I'd been walking, which is the thing I like to do. I just like to walk at the edge of the ocean. I don't go in it, it's big. And we were exhausted and just had dropped off to sleep. Oh, gotta stop that. In the sun, sort of roasting like little peanuts there. I, of course, was in the shade. I don't do sun much if I don't have to. And I heard the thunder in the distance. They didn't. They were still sound asleep. And I opened my eyes to see what looked like one of these storm of the century clouds coming in from the north. And it was black and it was billowing, and I could tell that the wind was picking up. I noticed that other people had noticed, and people were beginning to leave the beach. As I was noticing, still more people were leaving. You could tell that the general atmosphere was rising. The energy level was really high because nobody wants to be caught on a beach in a thunderstorm. And when you're naked on the beach, that means you have got to get dressed. You can't just flee. Plus, most of the people that come to this beach, because it's a national park, according to some kind of statutes somewhere, there are always designated places where you can go naked in national parks. And so people were not only dressing, but gathering their things. People come to the beach with coolers the size of your car so that they have food for all day. And mayhem was breaking loose. I woke everybody up right away and just pointed. It didn't have to do more than that. And they started getting dressed. Now, I had already started getting dressed as I was warning them what was happening. I wasn't wasting any time. I have an innate thing that tells me when to get the heck out. And I was moving like lightning. And they were not. I mean, they were moving with some speed, but I was way ahead of them. So I was dressed and ready to go. The first inclination of the men had been, of course, to pack everything in the sort of giant wagon that we used to go back and forth to the beach. This parking lot's about a mile away. And they had packed it, so it was ready, and I was ready, and they weren't. And I grabbed the wagon and headed for the parking lot because I was not going to be caught. That's all. I wasn't going to be caught in a lightning storm. And they're, one leg at a time with the clothes. And I took off. Well, I took off so fast that in a fraction of a second, I was about an eighth of a mile away from them. And I mean a fraction of a second. It was like waking up and finding yourself in a different place. And I looked, and they were far away. And I thought to myself, oh, this is going to look good. I actually thought this. This is going to look good on the front page of the papers. Woman escapes storm while friends are all killed. And I thought, I can't let that happen. If they're going to go down, I'm going to have to go down with them. And I took the cart and went back. And it took the amount of time you would have thought it would take to get back. And just as I got back, they were ready to go. And then we all trudged off very quickly together. But something had literally transported me about an eighth of a mile away in just like that. Just gone. It was remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Probably still remarkable is the fact that I actually went back. I was scared. And people were scared. People were running scared. So that's one of those moments when your consciousness focuses in a different place, so much so that you're literally there for a moment. And that's time traveling. It's easy, relatively speaking, I would think, to time travel, seconds away from where you are. But it's still very unusual. However, it happened. Plus, of course, I'm time traveling in a dimension in which I'm in the same body. That probably also makes a difference. Fact is, though, it's possible. It's possible to do. It happened. And I don't know that there's anything more to say about that than that. It happened. I will never forget it, certainly. And I would urge you to be open to that possibility. It seems to me a particularly handy thing if you happen to be in danger somewhere, which I felt I was, at a body level. And I imagine that's a bit of fuel, too. The fact that I felt that fear for my very survival. And I wonder if that isn't what comes into play when you get these people that, lift up a car, when somebody's crushed underneath it and they're just, not that that's a time travel thing, but it is an instance when a person becomes or moves into something that is not what they normally perceive themselves to be, at least. And they move into another realm of being by dint of the power that is the body responding to something potent. It's all about the body. The mind is useful, but the real power, the real strength, the real wisdom, all of it, it's in the body. Well, I heard my beeper go off, so I have to go. But I'll see you again soon.